What's good, troopers? I've just got wrapped up on the latest Grand Arena, and I was actually sat watching Arnold's stream when the road ahead has gone live. So let's go straight over to the website, have a look at this, and kind of get a feel for what's happening here. Over the course of last year, we talked about different points and blah, 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 blah. Starting with Galactic Challenges, today we're excited to announce a new step in our journey. Conquest is a new game mode coming to Galaxy Heroes where players will face a series of escalating battles on a sector map. This allows them to choose between the encounters and the bonuses that they'll meet, and each map will provide a variety of matchups that will challenge us to pick the squad that is best suited to take on the enemy. Interesting. I think this was the game mode that was recently leaked from either a data mine or a beta or something like that. I remember hearing rumblings of this myself. Conquest will appear alongside Galactic War on a table that we're now calling Galactic Battles table. Oh, thank God they've not called this Galactic Conquest. How many things are called Galactic? We're renaming Galactic War to simply War to remove the repetition of Galactic. Galactic Challenges may also move to this table at future at some point. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me as well. Stick all three modes in that one area. The Conquest will run roughly once per month, while with each event lasting several weeks. Wait, so we'll... So what, we'll end up with like 2 at the same time? If they're going to boot monthly and it lasts 7 weeks? Or did they mean several days? Or like a couple of weeks? I'm not entirely sure how that works out. Maybe it's there. Maybe they boot it and then it stays available to join for that long. I don't quite get that bit. I assume they meant a couple of weeks or a few weeks or something. So you get like a short off period. So let's get back into this. That's thrown me a little bit. But yeah, during each event, campaigns are organised into a series of sectors, each which features a map of branching paths with combat missions and special nodes. Players will face off against a variety of PvE squads as they battle through the sector. The difficulty of combat missions and their associated rewards will scale up as the player progresses through each sector, culminating in a boss battle at the end. Okay, so that's sounding a little bit like Marvel Strike Force's raid system. I don't know if any of you, obviously some of you are bound to have played that, but essentially there are like multiple lanes you can go down and you can take different routes, and every now and then you bump into a boss node which is significantly stronger. And you face varied opponents in those, which will often force you to mix things up unless you're end game and just have, like, you know, the meta teams that can run through the raids. Sounds a little bit like that, kind of blended with Dark Dimensions from that game as well, and a little bit like territory battles that we have in Galaxy Heroes. Let's carry on with the list anyway, because they may answer some of these questions further down. As players complete combat missions, mission feats, sector level feats, and event level feats, they'll earn Conquest key cards, which will be used to unlock successively better crates of rewards. Similar to that's what I was thinking, the Galactic Challenge, where we kind of get enough keys or whatever, and then we get the loot box at the end, which will be paid out at the end of the event, as well as intermediate rewards, which can be immediately claimed. Okay, well, I'm seeing like little scraps of gold or, you know, trash gear or something like that, which we get along the way. We're introducing a new shipment that contains certain consumable items, again like Marvel Strike Force raids, that are only useful within the context of the Conquest event, as well as others that can be used in general collection. Okay. And these items will not affect Arena, Grand Arena or raids. One of the rewards players can earn are Conquest coins, which can be used to purchase from that. All right, yeah. So that's. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of like energy or whatever, like there are in Marvel Strike Force raids, and you can revive characters with another currency type thing that you can consume in there as well. That's kind of what I have in my head as I read this. But between combat missions, players will encounter 2 different types of special nodes, both data discs and merchants. Data discs are powerful items that the players will acquire that can be equipped to give certain benefits. Okay, what sort of like what tech then? They can be mixed and matched for different strategic benefits. However, each artifact has an associated cost to equip and a maximum value of data discs that can be equipped per sector. Data discs will last for the duration of the Conquest event and can be swapped at any point for a small cost. And merchants are the other type of special nodes that will appear at different points in each sector, offering a selection of different items for purchase, including consumables, which are generally more powerful and more valuable than what can be purchased from shipments. If a player elects to visit a merchant, they may revisit this merchant at any point during the event. Okay, so it becomes like a permanent unlock that you can access. That'd be interesting what, you know, if crystals are going to be involved in there, if that's going to give the whales and krakens a bit of an edge or not. That'd be interesting to see. Conquest has a new energy type, okay, that is spent to play the combat missions, and it's charged at the beginning of each combat and will regenerate over time. So again, just like Marvel Raids. Conquest also features a new mechanic called Stamina. Unlike energy, stamina is depleted when a character successfully completes a mission, and the character's stamina will then fall, diminishing their effectiveness. Character with 0 stamina cannot be brought into battles. However, stamina can be restored through passive regeneration over time or consumables. So you're going to want to be using the lesser teams early on, so we're not burning through our top galactic legends and stuff when we need them on boss battles and things. So that is going to force us to actually use a bit of roster. Bearing in mind, you can't just purchase unlimited stamina consumables and just use the same thing over and over again, which I also hope they don't force us to do in certain situations. We're still developing and tuning. I have more to share in the coming weeks before the event, but early feedback has been promising. I guess they do have a beta now then. I wasn't sure. I remember they mentioned it, but then none of the original game changes got accepted, so I wasn't sure if that actually even happened. And yeah, so kind of a wait and see. I'm a little bit thrown by the we'll boot every month roughly, but will last several weeks. That's kind of thrown me a little bit. So do they mean it will be booted roughly every 2 months, or did they mean a few weeks it will last? Because, I mean, I'm sure I won't mind if there's a bit of overlay. That means I can, you know, if essentially a second one boots while the first one's still being done, that'll just give me more content. But for people that are a little bit more strapped for time, that don't do this as their profession, that's going to be a little bit rougher. But it's interesting. Like I said, it sounds like a little bit of a mix between the Marvel Strike Force raid system, a little bit like Dark Dimensions, although more so like the raid system and Blitz, where you can select which team you're fighting, and you can also do that in the raids. Although you really you're limited by which route you pick in raids more than actually picking teams. And yeah, we got a new store with these consumables. I'm interested to see how they affect other areas of the game, because they then ruled out arena, grand arena, and raids. So I assume maybe territory battles or territory war, those will actually apply in. Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited by this. I'm not going to get overexcited, because far too many times I've done that, as many of us have, and then it ends up a letdown like Galactic Challenges did. But it sounds like there's a lot of room that if something isn't great initially, they're going to be able to tweak it, because there's various aspects of this, and surely they're gonna strike gold with some of them. And it would be great to have a new mode that is consistent, that we can play constantly, rather than Galactic Challenges, which, as we've seen, you pretty much run through it with one team, and then maybe one of the feats will force you to use another team, and you just fight tier 7 and it unlocks everything, and then you're done. I've been waiting for a proper meaty mode that allows us to play it for, you know, an hour or something like that. And obviously Challenge Rancor certainly didn't work out that way. That turned into a crazy airplane mode, but yeah, this has potential. I'm excited for it. I'm not going to just sit here and dump all over it. I'm going to wait and see. And yeah, fingers crossed this is exactly what we have been waiting for, guys. Let me know what you think. I didn't quite get all the details that were previously leaked. So I don't know if there was anything that kind of got leaked or speculated on that isn't in this. I know there was a lot of chat going on in the SWGOH events Discord last night when I was streaming Battlefront with Gridden and Ian. But again, I missed that too. So feel free to fill me in if there's anything that I've missed here. And I'm excited. I'm excited, troopers. I hope you're excited too. Catch me in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll keep track of everything that's happening with Conquest as and when they drop that news. See you next time, guys. We out of here.